Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today is a journal with me session in my Hobonichi Techo. This is in the Cousin Avec style, and I thought I would share with you my product review, my honest product review from Phomemo. And Kelly from Phomemo reached out to me and she wanted to see if I would like to give this a try. I will, of course, leave all the information down below, and the specifications I will post in this video. But yes, I made sure that I did not, because there's a lot of videos out there, and there's also reviews on Amazon as well. I saw that, but I decided not to look at any of those prior to this filming because I really just wanted to give you an honest review and share with you my honest opinions and experience with this thermal printer. So the version that she sent me is the M02, and you can see the specifications there on the screen. I've printed it out, and I've also printed some tips that are listed down below. So if you need to pause the screen, please feel free to do so. I am filming actually with my cell phone, so it was kind of difficult to film the printing process, but I will share with you the screenshots, and I've filmed the screen process, I guess, of how to print some of these images. It's very self-explanatory if you look at the instructions that are included, or like the manual that's included in the package. I am just loading the paper that was included, and it is sticker, like a thermal sticker paper, so you don't have to worry about having glue or adhesive or anything like that on hand. Once it prints, it's a sticker, so it's really, really great. I'm just letting you know that you have to make sure that the side with the hole is on the same side as the power button, and the printer side is upwards. It's all it's all written down in the manual, so you don't have to worry about that. So it is flashing, not flashing, but it is on a steady green light, so that means it's ready to go. And like I said, I will insert some of the screenshots of my process, and this video will be like a catch-up session. You know how I tend to flip through some of the pages and catch up with the watercoloring and things like that. So it's not just going to be one journal spread, it's going to be me flipping through the pages. So I thought I would insert some of the screenshots of me playing around with the actual app. You have to download it. It's available for both Apple phones and the Galaxy phones, or Android phones, sorry. And you can see here there's a whole bunch of templates and fun little icons and drawings. And so if you're not really comfortable with drawing something on your own, or you just want something really quick and easy to print for your journal pages, I think it's really nice that the app already has all of these things uploaded, so you don't have to worry about searching for icons and things like that already, like on the internet. And there's also a little section where you can just write notes, and that's what I have used. I've also printed out the calendar that was already loaded onto the application, and you can see I printed off there. I tried my best to film the printing process, but it prints so quickly that it was so difficult. Since I'm using my iPhone to film this journal with me session, it was really difficult to have to switch because it is such a quick printer. But anyways, I am sticking down the collage elements from Courtney Diaz. I absolutely love her collage sheets. You'll see them always in my journal with me sessions, or my journal spreads in my Hobonichi Techo. I'm just cutting the image down to size, and I like the fact that I don't need glue, or I don't need any adhesive to stick the images down because it's already sticker paper. I believe they also have clear paper as well, but I think that's with a different printer. The printer that I have is the M02, and I think that's just for the standard white sticker paper. So I just cut the excess paper off and decided to stick that down to document or keep track of my February goals. I just have one goal for February, and I just want to keep it simple because I don't want to bombard myself with too much. And the goal for February is to make time for art. I always push that back. Always push that back. So I've decided to really concentrate on that this month. First thing, before I forget to mention, I just remembered the adhesive on the stickers is very strong. So once you put the sticker down, especially on this delicate Tomoe River paper, I didn't have the confidence to pull it back up because I knew that it just feels really strong. Just giving you the heads up there. If you're going to stick something, make sure you know where you're sticking it down. Next, I decided to print out a heading for my next journal page. And it's really neat. This app has different texts, different fonts. You can choose different sizes. You can have a border around your font and headings and things like that. So it's really fun. It's not just simple text. So I printed off the title Kawaguchiko. We visited this area on the weekend. The weather was really nice, and we were so thankful because we were able to see Mount Fuji very, very nice and clear. And due to the recent coronavirus outbreak, the tourism is very low around this area, and so it was really a perfect Sunday. So there I printed. Unfortunately, I couldn't film the printing process. Like I said, the printer prints out very quickly. So I did print out the simple heading Kawaguchiko, and I ripped it so that I like to rip my papers, as you know. One thing I forgot to mention, the application has a notes section, and then I think there's one that says micro text. So I think I pressed micro text in the beginning, so there's two different sizes. I really like the micro text, actually. I think I would have used it frequently for note-taking, especially in class, or some really quick notes that I type in my phone. I could quickly print it out. It's connected by Bluetooth, so you don't have to worry about bringing any cords with you, or connecting your phone to the printer, anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. You just simply open up the app and then quickly write your note and print it out. You don't even have to worry about bringing glue for your journal, because you would just have to rip it and then just stick it into your journal. So I think the microtext would be very, very convenient for those that like to take long notes. Not even long notes, it could be short little to-do lists or grocery lists or things that you want to keep track of. Maybe you're listening to a podcast and you want to take some notes. The microtext I really do like. Sorry, I'm not even talking about the journal spread. I took this pamphlet from this restaurant. We were driving by, and it was by chance because we got there around just before lunch, and we were looking for a restaurant, and we saw this place by the road on the street, and there was no cars there, and we're like, oh, I don't know, maybe we should look for something else. But then I went to Google Maps and checked out the reviews, and it had really great ratings. So we decided to stop there and go for lunch, and it was such a nice decision. I'm so glad that we decided to go for that place. The lady, assuming she was the owner, she was very, very friendly, and she spoke to us. She told us about the fireworks and events that were being held there. Fortunately, we weren't staying the night, so we missed out on the fireworks. But she was very nice. The food was very good. I'm glad that we got there a little bit before lunch, because around noon it was very busy. There was lots of people coming in, it was great timing for us. I think definitely if we were to go back again, which I think we will, it's a really nice area, we will definitely go back to this restaurant for lunch. There's a whole bunch of options for pasta and pizza. And it's funny, in Japan, pasta, the restaurants say pasta, but it's usually just spaghetti. But this place actually had penne and fettuccine as well. But anyways, so the next time I go, I would definitely like to try maybe some fettuccine or penne. I love penne, so maybe I'll try out the penny sometime. Yes, the other picture that you see there is just printed off on my regular printer paper, like copy paper at home. It's nothing special. I always print my pictures on regular printer paper at home. I don't have a photo printer. I did in the past use the photo paper from Daiso, the ones that have like a 20 pack of photo paper for $1, and I would do that, but I've already run out of them, and so I'm just printing them out on regular copy paper at home. And I've decided to add some watercolor so that I can make the page pop a little bit, or the image pop out. I cut out the image from the pamphlet and I thought it would be fun to kind of add a little yellow border around so that it catches your attention. Even if you don't have a printer, you can definitely cut out images and things like that to add to your journal. And if you're not really a fan of drawing, or you don't feel like drawing, you can easily cut out magazine clippings or newspapers or anything like that. So ahead of time, or prior to the filming of this video, I did write out the heading in watercolor. Beautiful Kawaguchiko. It says, I think it says sunny Sunday. I don't remember, but anyways, I brought out the shikiori markers and I used those to outline the watercolor heading so that they just kind of stand out a little bit more. And I think that's about it, or it's really self-explanatory. I'm just kind of outlining. I thought I would share with you some pros and cons of the Phomemo printer, thermal printer. Like I said, I didn't look at, or I didn't read or review other reviewers. I know there's a whole bunch out there, so please feel free to check other videos if you are interested. But this is just my honest opinion, or my take on my first impressions on the Phomemo printer, thermal printer. So if you don't mind, I will go with my cons first. Yes, let's start off with some cons. I will show you a clip later about the fading, because I know with the thermal printers there are some worry about fading in the future, and my thoughts on these printers, I'm not using these printers to print photos. I would like to use these printers for ease of use with lists and memo taking and to-do lists, or like things like that, or just junk journaling. So it's not like I'm using this thermal printer to print out photos for memory keeping. It's for me anyways. I don't know about other people if they're going to use this for photo printing. Sorry. And so with that in mind, I mean, with the resolution at 200 dots per inch, I'm not, and it's black and white, it's not color. I'm not using it to keep memories in my journals. So in terms of fading, I know it said I think it's 2 year at normal room temperature. Sorry, the printer paper will last for 2 years, and I did a test, and I'll show you at the end with heat and things like that. But so if you don't mind the fading, I think it's great. I know it's not color, so I think it's, like I mentioned earlier, I think it's great for list taking. I really like the small text that they offer to be able to write notes. I think I would have used this for note taking in school, especially because it's already, like, it's a sticker paper. I think in the future for me, I will use this for writing out or printing out labels for shipping and things, because sometimes my writing is so messy. I would like to, I think I will do that for shipping, and maybe for junk journaling. If I want to print out you know how some museums have these free images, those kinds of things, I might print just for personal use, for junk journaling and things like that. I think that would be very, very fun. But for photo printing, I don't think I would go for it. I just checked Amazon to see the price for like a photo printer, because I've been wanting one for years, and I don't know, I always end up printing the photos at home. So the current price of the Phomemo, it after conversion to yen, it's 6,750 yen, which is about 50% of the price of the Canon Inspike. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly, but it's a photo printer, so it's 50% of that. I'm not sure I would want to spend that much money on a photo printer, and I would just probably continue to print my photos at home. But for memo taking, I think it's really great for ease of use. So I'm going into the pros now. It has a lot of templates already installed in the applications, a lot of graphics and fun little like icons, and I think it would be great for people that like to do like kawaii cute journaling and bullet journaling. It's really easy to make lists and to-do lists and grocery lists and things that you need to buy and things you need to remember. I think that it kind of has a nice, it adds a nice connection between technology and analog, if that makes any sense. I like to write down my list or my to-do lists, and sometimes I write it on my phone and then I forget. And I think this is a nice link to connect the two, if that makes sense. For example, if I'm on my phone and I need to remember things, sometimes if I don't have my planner, I will jot it down in my phone and then I will forget it. I really do I'm the type of person that needs my planner to remember things. And I think it would be great to just have if you have the Phomemo with you, it would be nice to jot it down on your phone, because it's a lot quicker for me to type. It's a lot quicker than to write. You can just quickly type it on your phone and then print it off and stick it into your journal. In terms of the heat sensitive or like the fading, I have heard that with these thermal printers, the images will fade if they are put in extreme heat, or if it's, you leave your planner in the car, and then even with like the friction pens, if you leave your planner in the car and it's really hot, that the items will fade. And I've never experienced it, so I can't say firsthand that it's happened to me or anything like that. So I thought I really wanted to test this out. I printed the image number 2, and you'll see here the image. So then I printed it off, and then I took packing tape and I just covered half of it, half of the image, and then I prepared some boiling water in a pot, because I thought that would be like the hottest thing available, and then I placed it on top of it to see what I would get. And I did this twice, and as you can see, the untreated or like the uncovered side on the left hand side, it didn't fade at all, and actually the right side with the packing tape faded more. So I don't know if the packing tape maybe retained the heat longer or intensified the heat, but it did fade a little bit with the packing tape, which was totally different from what I thought of the outcome would be. Like, I thought if you put packing tape on it that it would protect the thermal printer piece, but actually it's the fading. As you can see in the image there, like the fading happened more when there was packing tape on top of it. So, like I said, I've never experienced any type of fading with my friction. Where I live, well, I live in Japan and it's very humid, but I don't really leave my planners in the car. I don't place any coffee cups on top of my planners. And I did try also a test of like a hot cup of water on top of it as well, and that did absolutely nothing. So that's why I went to the boiling pot of water instead, and then I placed the boiling pot on top of it. So the mug or the hot cup didn't do any damage at all to the image, and so I thought I would just lay that out there. I originally thought that just putting some packing tape would protect it, but actually it made it worse. So just letting you know, the white sticker part turned a little bit gray, but other than that, it's fine. So if you're not worried too much about losing something, like losing important notes, of course, I think with important notes, it's best that you write with maybe permanent pen or something like that, or like a ballpoint pen. But if you're just taking grocery lists down, some like quick notes that you don't really need later on in the year or in a couple of years from now, I think it's really great and convenient to be able to print something quick. Realistically, for me, I don't think I'll be carrying it with me all the time just because I have two young kids, a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old that I need to be constantly watching, and I have their snacks and drinks and diapers and extra clothes and everything like that, so I don't think I need to, lug around another extra set of weight to my backpack. But perhaps in the future, once the kids are older, or if I want to take notes, if I'm waiting for them at a lesson or something, I think it would be great to have. And yeah, that's just my honest opinion. I will leave the information and links down below. There is an affiliate link or a coupon code as well. I'm not here to make any money. This is not something I'm trying to make money off of. So if you want to use it, please feel free to use the affiliate link. I just wanted to share with you my honest opinion on this product. If it were me, maybe I would wait a little bit more and spend double the amount to end up getting a photo printer. But as a student, I think it would be really great to have. I'm not a student anymore, but I think it would have been really great to have these for the quick notes and things like that. One last thing before I forget. I wanted to print out a picture because you can actually take a picture and print it out as well, but the image quality was really not that great, as you can see here. I was printing a picture of the Phomemo on top of my Hobonichi, but it's really, really faint. And I'm not sure if I needed to darken it up a bit, but it didn't really work out great. Maybe this picture here printed out not so bad. I mean, it's not the best quality, of course, but it is a quote that I found online. That's the Journal with Me session with the review of the Phomemo. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.